Hi beautiful souls, welcome to Bajerski YouTube channel. It's a beautiful day to talk about Moldavite. First of all, I'd like to put out there some of the things that are happening right now about Moldavite, and I did air my concerns the other day because I'm starting to find out it's becoming more and more challenging to buy Moldavite, even from my dealers that I've been working with for 16 years. It's true, there is an influx of new buyers who are coming in from the market of diamonds. So basically, the diamond dealers are realizing there's not the profit anymore, there's not the markup, there's not the desire that it used to be. Diamonds used to be a girl's best friend, that was all. Promotional and very good promotion to sell crystals that I call diamonds, and that they're actually millions and millions, and there's so many diamonds, it's unreal. And people have become aware of that, plus blood diamonds and all that. So they're trying to find a new way of creating a new stone, a new crystal that they can monopolize the market. So China was doing it. They began, but we knew why. I explained to you why they were doing it. And that was factual evidence from many different dealers who I know. So basically, the Chinese take Moldavite and utilize it in fake. So basically, if they're selling a Moldavite piece of jewelry, one piece out of the whole of the beads might be Moldavite, might be 4 or 5 pieces, but the rest of the 30 pieces are fake, but they still call it Moldavite. So it's a deceit, very much so. Now, I'm not saying that that's for all of the Chinese industry, but there is a growing concern that there is a reason why they're buying it up as well. So there's a lot of speculation at the moment that we're all like it's a bit strange really, and it's really sad that it's had to affect our kind of path that we use Moldavite for the right reasons, not for making fortunes. We use it because it's beautiful. Yes, we sell it, of course, we're dealers, so that's fine, but ultimately we're excited to hear what you're going to say when you've bought it and what you're using it for, how it's working on a healing and spiritual level. That's how I got into it. So it's a little bit tricky at the moment. I'm receiving messages all day long about this new price. So I would never, ever in my life recommend anybody go to Etsy, eBay, Amazon, or any of the other places where they're trying to sell Moldavite. Now, you'll probably see a surge in price of Moldavite because everybody's jumping onto that bandwagon. I'm actually now going through my Moldavites and trying to put the prices down. I'm trying to go down a bit now. I'm trying to get, so I've got these bits here that I'm repricing and trying to get to bring the price right down. So I'm going against what these people are doing, which I believe is only about profit. So that's what I'm working on. I've got some beautiful Bessanites here, petites as well. So I'll show you one of the other. Okay. So this is one which I went and personally bought off one of the dealers that I have bought for many, many years with. So this is a Bessanites hedgehog. You can't see it, but it's divine. It's a divine piece. And then, so I'm going to reprice these and put them down, put special offers on. I've got some little tiny slices that we use for the third eye. We call them petites. Here you go. The little petites. So they're between, I don't know, half a gram up to 2, sometimes 3 grams depending. But they're really for the third eye. So they're fabulous for a starter. So there you go. You can't see it, but a little piece. For the third eye, fantastic when you're meditating and falling asleep. Just don't lose it. So I'm going to work on them today. So yeah, getting back to this, what's going on now, it's you've got to be extremely careful. My advice is buy from genuine dealers that you've worked with or or somebody can recommend, meaning that you need to know who this person is. So let's just say I was a scallywag, and scallywags are all over the place in every industry. If Scallywag knows that there is fake Moldavite in the world that they can buy for a couple of grams, 1 gram, €1 a gram, and from China, so they'll buy it all. So they'll spend, I don't know, 500, €1,000 and buy lots of different pieces. And then what they'll do is they'll create an Etsy account, an eBay account, an Amazon account, very easily done. And then they'll get people who are in the scallywag industry to send them messages saying, yes, I bought a piece, it's amazing, it's fantastic, I had it tested, it's perfect, can't believe how cheap it is. Okay, all of that is scallywag. That is to send a normal, beautiful soul into confusion and believe what they're seeing, because we want to believe what we see. But with Moldavite, you can't believe what you see. And the problem with Moldavite now is that it's so expensive that it's difficult for people to buy it. So they feel really upset, they get angry, and then if they find something cheap, they want to believe it's real and genuine. But it's not. It can't be. So what happened was that was going on for about 15 years. But now there's a new scallywag that is creating a new way of making money. And I've told you about this before, but now it's more evident. So on eBay, Etsy, Amazon, and all the other sites that are easy to make and buy fake Moldavite and put it up there and make it look fantastic, they're now selling it for €100 a gram. Okay? So the price has gone up to €100 a gram now. It used to be anywhere between, I don't know, 14 to 30 to 60, and when you're looking at best and eats, you can start at 90 and go up per gram. But that's for the real McCoy. Anyway, they've jumped onto this bandwagon. They've realized that it doesn't work with selling it cheap. So now what they're doing is selling it really expensive. So now you're being completely confused. So you have to be very careful, guys, extremely careful. You need to find out people who have actually gone there personally and bought it from their main men who buy from the people who dig. So whether that's a sand mine, whether it's somebody who is creating I've told you about this before, creating a lake. So when you get the opportunity to be able to buy a piece of land and then get permission by the government to create a lake, then they scoop all of that up, not really wanting to make a lake at all. They just want the Moldavite. And I think governments become wise of that as well, but they still can't get round it. So if somebody wants to build a lake, they can't say, no, you're not building it because we know you're digging up all the Moldavite. You would possibly ask the question, why wouldn't they dig it up during the night anyway? It's a great question, and a lot of them do. If you go to the Czech Republic, you go to Malý Klum, you go to Klum, you go all around there, Besenic, you go to certain fields, you can see there's massive potholes everywhere, and to the farmers it's nasty, it's brutal, it's wrong, but it's all about money now. So it depends your morals, what you feel is right, what you feel is wrong. I don't know. For me, I try my best to source my crystals from genuine people who I'm buying from the mines, which are mined. I also buy from people who have family, who have beautiful pieces that, yes, they dig, but then they also cover and respect. A lot of the scallywags dig and leave a mess, just leave a mess, and then they're off. So I try my best to source and to be there. If you're buying off a website and you're reading words, then they're just words. They're meaningless. You need to know who this person is, how long they've been going. You've got to be looking at least a minimum of 10 years, at least. If you can get people who've been doing it 10, 15, 20 years, then you're more likely going to be okay. But still, it's really important that you get to know the people who are selling. You've got to understand that there's at any given moment that something can change. Now, Many years ago, about 8 years ago, I was offered from, and I've told this story before, but it's happened and it needs to be shared. It was a beautiful piece of Moldavite. It was a big piece. I was buying it for hundreds and hundreds of pounds. And back then, Moldavite wasn't as expensive as it is right now. So this was a nice big chunk. When I got it, something felt wrong. And I looked under my microscope, and then I sent it away. I paid about, I think, £28. They submerge it, they check it, and it was fake. And I thought it was, but it was quite a good fake. And I said, I'm sending this back. It's not right. Hello, is anybody there? Disappeared. Now, this was a guy who worked in the Czech Republic, and he was a dealer that I'd bought maybe 7 or 8 times from. So again, you've got to be careful, because even in the Czech Republic, well, makes sense, does it? If you're a scallywag, just buy from China. Just get them sent over. You pay €1,000 and you can make yourself €20,000 very quickly. What are you going to do? Are you going to go and find him? You're going to hunt for him? No, you're going to feel bad and you're going to feel sick, and you've just wasted hundreds of pounds on something that isn't real. Now, a lot of people in this industry say, well, you know what? That's their fault. They should have, it's up to them to check out. But, you know, it's awful when you see that happening. So be aware of that. Moldavite has gone crazy. Diamond dealers are now turning to Moldavite. So what they'll probably do is buy up as much Moldavite from the few dealers that are there, the sand mines. They'll buy from all of these people and basically corner the market. From that moment on, Moldavite will just fly through the roof. Is it worth €100 a gram? I don't think it's worth anything like that. But if you want it, you have to pay for it now. So is it worth, in a spiritual sense, is it priceless in a spiritual sense? Yes, it's priceless. I've never come across a crystal that I've loved so much and studied and worked so much with. There's a reason why every day I'm changing the pages, working on it. It's absolute nightmare to write a book about Moldavite, because Moldavite shifts and changes with the energy that we're at right now. My belief system right now is, if we wanted to change the world from darkness to light, from people who are asleep to awake, then everybody needs to touch and hold and wear a piece of Moldavite, because it changes the frequency within your whole body system that awakens you up. It has that ability, it has that power. Even a tiny bit makes a massive difference. So that's it really. That's my message today about Moldavite. I do talk a lot about it. As of late, I've just stopped because it's becoming ridiculous, and I've stood back and I'm observing what's going on, and it's becoming absolutely ridiculous. Am I a little bit disappointed? Yes. I wouldn't say angry, but disappointed in the fact that these diamond dealers, who are the biggest criminals, rogues and mafia in the world, have now seen an opportunity with Moldavite and seen that it's huge and people really know the benefit of it. Yeah, diamonds are nice, they're pretty, but they don't have the energy as Moldavite. Diamonds do have a great energy and they're very, very powerful, but nothing like Moldavite. So I guess when somebody comes along and says, you know what, let's stop harvesting the mines, the diamond mines. We've got millions upon millions of them, and we're not really selling them as we did, but now there's an opportunity with Moldavite. We can now promote that and say how, you know, Moldavite is the new thing, and you know, if you want to buy it for your love, your wife, your girlfriend, this is going to open her heart, open her mind. Yeah, it does all of those things. It's brilliant. But they're doing it to make profit now. So be very aware of what's going on. And most of all, if it's too cheap, if it's too good to be true, just keep away and find your source. Local source is the number one, which means you go into your crystal store and you talk to your crystal dealer. Where do you get your Moldavite? Where's it coming from? If they can't say where, then it's probably come from China. If they can say, okay, I have a friend who buys this and it's coming straight from Maliclum, it's coming from this mine, because there's only a few mines. If you actually go there, it doesn't take long to realize it's only a small mining kind of industry, and there's only a few hundred do it. And then you've got your mines where they're sand mines, so they're kicking out sand from the bed of that earth, and as it comes out, little pieces of Moldavite come out too. So the owners of those mines don't sell to anybody. What they do is they pack all of the Moldavites. They get them in a briefcase and they go to one of the shows, and they've sold them already to a Chinese guy, so they do an exchange, give them cash, and then they're off. That's how it works. It's a black market industry. But it's sad because the crystal itself is so amazing. So, and I could go on, I could talk about Moldavite all day long. I mean, Moldavite is my favourite subject of all times. So it's very interesting right now. The word interesting is absolutely the word I'd use, because what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing is absolutely mind-blowing, and it just shows you there is no loyalty in Moldavite, only profit, and that is really sad. All right, guys, have a lovely day. Thank you for going to markbajerski.com. I'm going to get these petites on my website, try to do some good prices, and still keep in mind that the prices of what I paid for them are not the stupid prices what are happening right now. So thank you for going to markbajerski.com. Yeah, I've got some very expensive Bajerski, very expensive, but find out how much they are now. You can't even buy it at the price I bought them at now. Not a chance. They've gone up by 200% upwards. That's how sick it's got. I know I shouldn't say sick, but it feels it to me. It feels sickening. It really does. And like you might be saying, oh, but that's brilliant. You should put your prices up. No. The prices stay the same. I mean, they were expensive to begin with. But yeah, it's ridiculous. It really is. And I'm almost feeling like, I'm just going to take my favourite Moldavites. When they've sold, forget it and just work with Moldavite, and that's it. And if they want to start doing what they're doing, then that's up to them. There's nothing I can do about it. And if they want to, nothing we can do really. It is what it is. The world's gone mad. It really has. And it seems to be profit is God these days. Anyway, love you all. Have a most amazing day. Thank you for going to markbajerski.com. I still have one of the most beautiful Moldavite collections, I believe, in the world at a fair price. Just watch out now and see the difference between prices. They're going to blow you away in a way that makes you feel even more sicker, because it was expensive to begin with. All right, guys, take care. I'm going to get back to work and upload some of these petites and some Bajerski with some new prices. Okay, take care.